This is Taugrim, and you are watching Volume 2 of an Arena 3v3 series. This is still our first week for our team in 3s, and we managed to get our team rating up to 2K. This video features 4 matches. This first one is against a triple DPS comp. So I got sapped. In a moment, Shadow Priest comes over, fear bombs me. I go ahead and pop Trinket immediately after, silence him with Avenger's Shield. Pop Hand of Protection on Kashmír. I get sheeped. I pop Bubble out of it. I pop Hand of Sacrifice, Divine Guardian. I go ahead and use Divine Plea for the 3-stack Walk Heal on Kashmír. And we're scrambling here just to keep Kashmír up because Skipz is getting counterspelled. So I know that I'm going to be primary healer here for a little bit. I use Stun on the Rogue to slow down his incoming DPS and then continue to heal Kashmír. And you can hear that we've got HOTS that are ticking and life blooms that are going off on Kashmír. So we managed to bridge him through that nasty CC DPS sequence. And then right here, I see both casters clumped together, so I come by and drop an AoE silence to shut them off for 3 seconds. And that's huge in a match like this, which, you know, really the outcome is going to be determined in the first 30 to 45 seconds or so. Okay, so I'm just continuing to keep Kashmír's health up. And as soon as my stun is available, I go ahead and use it. So I'm continuing to peel for Kashmír. He's kiting, which is a smart thing to do. I go ahead and get back on the Rogue again. Alright, and I'm attacking the Rogue and trying to build up Holy Power on him to keep casting Holy Power on Kashmír. So we managed to get Kashmír's health back up. Skipz is deep frozen right now. Okay, he's out. Okay, so Skipz gets counterspelled there, so he's locked out for 8 seconds, but we were pressuring the Rogue so hard that he's having to kite and the Shadow Priest is healing him. So at this point, you know, the match is pretty much already won. We survived their initial attempts at high CC burst sequences. And it's pretty funny because, you know, a comp like this is actually very viable in Cataclysm. You'll see a lot of double DPS, triple DPS comps in 2s and 3s. Alright, so the Rogue had run off back to the starting area and he's drinking, but we're not worried about him. We're just pounding on the Shadow Priest now, as we know if we take him down and make it a 3v2, the outcome is very much in our favor. So get a nice crit there from Shield of the Righteous. I think that was 13k, and this is the high resil target. Burn down the Shadow Priest and managed to win that match. This next match is against the Mage, Shadow Priest, Resto Druid. We see this comp a lot. Skipz is getting bombed, so I give him a 3-stack Wog, use Divine Plea, give him another 3-stack Wog, and in a moment here I'll show the a double peel and heal. So Skipz is continuing to kite. I'm following him around, trying to heal him up. Okay, so right here is a double peel and heal. So I stun the Shadow Priest, silence the Mage with Avenger's Shield, and then give Skipz a 3-stack Wog heal, and we managed to bridge him through that nasty DPS he was taking, and he's okay now. So we're keeping pressure on the Mage here. He's our focus fire target. He gets life gripped over by the Priest, and you may remember from a 2v2 video, it's like, what is that? Now we know. So the enemy Druid is cycloned. We're staying on this Mage here, applying a lot of pressure on him, and then after he blinks, I drop him with an Avenger's Shield. So this next match here is against a Mage, Warlock, Resto Druid, and this match took 16 minutes. In the first 3 minutes of it, it looked like we were going to lose at multiple points because they had dropped a couple of us down under 20% at the same time. It was just brutal, but we managed to turtle up, play defense, play smart, and survive some nasty sequences. So the first 3 minutes we were getting rocked. We spent the next 6 minutes or so just trying to recover and playing smart, and we gradually get our health back up. You can see here, I go ahead and kite around, and you know, I know the Fell Hunter might silence me. If he does, that's fine. I'm out of line of sight. And Skipz was trying to get away there to drink, but the Druid roots him and keeps him in combat. You can see I'm getting pounded here, so I'm using my Holy Power very defensively. Alright, so you can hear Skipz talking. Right now, he's dotted up by the Warlock, and he's feared, and he's being mana drained at the same time. So I can't expect any incoming heals, and Skipz is low mana anyway, so I use the Divine Shield bubble, and then I get 2 Divine Light heals, because they're very mana efficient for me to use. So one thing to note, in patch 406, Warlocks are losing their ability to mana drain, which I think, for balance reasons, is probably a good thing, because right now, you know, as you heard Skipz describing, he was dotted up, feared, and being mana drained at the same time, which probably isn't so good from a balance perspective. So I stunned the Druid. We know we're going to lose. Skipz is almost so we go ahead and make the decision to hard switch over to the Druid, and the Kashmír wasn't ready for us. So he's trying to kite around here the box. The Mage drops Ring of Frost. I get a nice 16k crit there from from Shield of the Righteous, and then we managed to burn the Druid down. And really, this was like one of the biggest comebacks that we've had over our first 60 matches. It was just incredible. So in this match, I did almost 2 million damage and almost 1.5 million in heals. So it was a really busy match for us, and yeah, it really was the best comeback match that we've had as a threes team. So we got our rating here up to 1995, just 5 points away. And this is against a Warrior, Warlock, Resto Shaman comp. So you can see the Warrior, you can hear and see that the Warrior is blade storming. So I go ahead and get out of range, because that's a really high damaging AoE. And after I get hexed, I pop Trinket, and I use Hand of Sacrifice to absorb some of Kashmír's damage, because he's getting hammered here. And I'm using my Holy Power very defensively to walk heal Kashmír. So one thing which is really important, okay, so Skipz is getting hammered, he kites around the boxes, drops down, and then I give him a 3-stack walk heal. So it's a good job by kiting by Skipz, and then I come back and I bubble Kashmír. Now that bubble can get dispelled, but I know it'll buy a little bit of free time to get him healed up, and they do a hard switch back to Skipz, and right here, as soon as stun's off cooldown, I go ahead and use it. That's the most important thing I can do. Peeling is more important than healing as a prot. And you can see here, like when I watched this footage, I was baffled by what I was doing, because I really should have used my stun on the Warrior as soon as possible to slow down his DPS, and there's no concern about diminishing returns because my cooldown on my stun's 40 seconds. So we do manage to keep Kashmír up during this very rough DPS sequence. And then right here, Skipz gets a Cyclone off on the Warrior, so he can't be healed by the Resto Shaman. And then Skipz rotates the Cyclone over to the Resto Shaman, so now he's Cycloned. And then we manage to burn this Warrior down. The Warrior tries to gap us with his Leap ability. I go ahead and use some melee abilities when I close the gap, and we burn him down. And this Resto Shaman had been lava bursting Kashmír in the hopes of dropping him, but we do manage to bridge him through that DPS. And we get our 2k rating, which is pretty sweet. So we went 39 and 22 over our first 61 matches, and we're still learning a lot, so we're going to keep trying to raise the team rating. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions for us, please feel free to post them on my blog. And don't forget to rate and subscribe. Take care.